Yo, in today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that'll make you question reality.
Every major city in North America was destroyed by fire between 1850 and the early 1900s. Every city in America was torched. So we don't really know what was here anymore. They left a few museums or whatever you want to call them. Look at the great, look, whoever's watching, look at your big city, wherever you are. Atlanta, New York, Chicago, doesn't matter where. Type in the Great Fire of, and then type in your city. You're gonna see that at some point between 1850 and 1930, your city was completely devoured. That was in this country.
He ain't lying. Do your research. Go look at it.
My conspiracy theory, the hill that I will die on, is if you are both good at your job and a pleasure to work with, like you have a good personality, you can generally get along with people, you will never be promoted. You will never be promoted out of a like hard-working, more junior position where a lot of the hard work exists. Let me explain. If you are in an executive suite, you do not have to be a pleasure to work with or good at your job, right? You don't have to be either of those. If you are at a VP or like director level, you can either be really good at your job or a pleasure to work with. You don't have to be both. And sometimes people are still neither, right? But if you're down here where all of the actual work is being done, it's not being directed, it's not being strategized, you're doing the literal work, they will never allow an employee that is both good at doing the work and good at keeping a smile on their face while doing the work move up that ladder. Because they know they can keep serving you shit on a platter and you'll eat it with a smile. I don't know how to get out of that cycle, but I believe in it. It's a curse.
Yo, I think that's true too. That's why I had to get up out that factory.
The bishop's good, glory be God's name. But there were some other weird things going on that happened there. And I have a video I'm going to show you right now of what they believe was a demon that was caught in the church after everything went down. And you'll see it emerge from here, run up the wall, and go out. It's pretty freaky. Watch.
Yo. What?
Bro.
Did nobody else see this when they was there?
Thing looks like a huge water bug. If there was any doubt that we're in a spiritual warfare, I hope there's a lot less doubt now. The assailant was caught laughing, and if you saw the picture of him laughing afterwards, you'll know that it was straight evil and demonic. We're being tested and pushed, and I will tell you right now, all of us are under severe attack. So prayers are needed. I keep hearing prayer isn't going to do anything. You're bugging. Prayer is the most important thing that we need right now. Pray. The time is near.
They are hiding this from you. Did you know that the Great Wall of China is 13,171 miles long? And why has it always been downplayed throughout history? To put that in perspective, from the east to the west coast of America, it is on average 3,000 miles. You have to times that by 4 and add 1,000, and you're still not at that number. It leaves you to wonder, how did they build such a wall, and why? Did you even know that China was that big? They started to build the Great Wall of China in 220 BC, before Jesus had even walked the earth. No sane ruler or country would dedicate that many resources and power to build something with no purpose, especially if they knew it would take over 1,000 years to build the finished wall. Who were they defending against that they needed all 13,000 miles to even fathom winning? What or who were they so scared of? The theory is that the wall was built by the Tartarian Empire. If you look at old maps and photos, you would see that the steep side of the Great Wall and the lookout post is actually facing China. Normally, those sides be used to prevent any invaders from climbing up or to pick off enemies with crossbows. The fact that it faces China implies it was built by someone else, the Tartarians, to keep whatever was in China in, rather than defend what was in China. Follow to learn more.
That is a good question, man. What the heck is this? Is this like they trying to show us what they really be doing out here? Skin mask reptilians. Creepy.
There was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, you know, shrooms, everything.
Everything.
And it was just an escape for me.
Hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
Olay, so y'all need to get on this drama because the federal case against Diddy is getting stronger and stronger. And at this point, he might want to start making plans to go behind bars because it looks like more people are coming out to testify against him, including his former alleged victims, Justin Bieber and Usher. For those who don't know, there have been rumors for a hot minute now that Diddy allegedly did some unspeakable things to Justin and Usher back in the day. And it looks like there is more to the rumors because, allegedly, the feds seem to believe that there is some truth to the rumors because they have allegedly asked Usher and Justin to take the stand if the case goes to trial, and they allegedly agreed. But why on earth is Usher suddenly turning on Diddy? And did Diddy really get Justin hooked on drugs?
All these industry people know that Diddy been acting like this and doing this and try to engage other men into acts with him. There was story that he was trying to get Chris Brown. There's stories about, you know, those young boys that he had, a group B5 or something like that, trying to get them. Yo, it's a lot of stories that goes around in this industry.
All right, folks, let me fill you in on the latest update because it's like a roller coaster ride of drama. Remember those allegations against Diddy that have been swirling around for the past couple of months? Well, it recently went from being allegations from the fans and civil lawsuits from people who exposed him for allegedly S.A.ing him to an entire criminal investigation by the Fed. Before the federal investigation started, there had been allegations about Diddy's involvement with minors, and there are reports that the reason the feds are so involved is that minors were involved.
I'm American. I'm not moving to Moscow. I don't speak Russian. I'm not Russian. I want my cities to look like that. In my country where I was born, and why have my leaders allowed my cities to become garbage dumps that are physically filthy? And everyone's like, oh, it doesn't matter. No. It matters. My house is clean. Yeah. I believe in order. I believe in cleanliness. You know, there's no a pile of dog crap in my living room because it's my living room. It's not huge. I don't have a big house. I have a small house, actually. My wife and I, we don't want a big house. We have a small house, but it's clean and it smells nice because it's our house. It's a reflection of who we are and what we care about. And if you can't even keep your city clean, how hard is it to keep your city clean? How many unemployed people are there in this country? Why aren't they cleaning up the city? I don't get it. It's not hard. What's hard is fixing Social Security. That's hard. Okay, that's a math problem. Keeping violent schizophrenics from taking over your subway, not hard. I could do that in an afternoon. I have firearms, done. Keeping people from crapping on your sidewalk, I could do that. How's this? You're not allowed to crap on my sidewalk. Oh, where shall I go? I don't know, not here. Go someplace where they'll put up with it. We don't do that here.
Straight up.
My kids' friends come over, they're like, I want to smoke weed in your living room. No. Well, my parents let me. Okay, smoke it at your parents' house. This is my house. We don't smoke weed in my living room when we're 14. Leave.
Yo. He's speaking some truth right there, though.
Do you believe there's a migrant crisis? I know it's a migrant crisis. You've seen it. We see it. Yeah. We've been seeing it for the last 8 years. Every 2 years, they bring in a big migrant population. So everybody we have problem with, they bring them people over here. Everybody we have problem with, but it's not our Republican people. It's the Democratic people. The Republicans are saying, man, fuck that. Man, don't let nobody over us. But the Democratic Party, because black people have such a low voter turnout, they have to increase immigrations so their party can sustain and have its power in the political realm.
That's
because
crazy.
Black people are such a low voter turnout. So the Democratic Party know that they cannot rely on black people, so they have to replace their voting faction. Just like they have to replace their slave labor. We used to be their slave labor, y'all remember? Who's their new slave labor? Immigrants? Yeah. Because you come to McDonald's, you want $15, you want $17. My immigrant is still satisfied at the $7.75. They are satisfied. They don't complain. They don't file grievances. We don't have to worry about company lawsuits. We don't have to worry about any liability with this group.
Yo, he ain't lying. You know what's crazy, right? When I was younger, I used to work at a fast food restaurant, right? And, you know, we had a Hispanic dude working in the back. He worked at the kitchen. Shout out to him because, you know, he put me on how to make some decent burgers. But, hey, my manager used to mess with him all the time, right? Because he'd mess with the manager and say, hey, man, when am I going to get a raise? The manager would be like, where your green card at, man? I'm going to call immigration. And he'd get all, like, distraught. My manager and stuff, he'd just be laughing, right? I'd be like, yo, he was serious. So I think that's probably what they doing now, right? It's probably a bunch of behind the scenes stuff going on, like people working who shouldn't really be working, like, but they getting paid, you know, on some backdoor type stuff. That's crazy.
Let me go in there. Huh? Let me make sure nobody in here. Hello? See? There go man. There goes. What
the heck?
There's a man. You know this is the women's bathroom, right?
Creep.
Sorry. That's the women's bathroom.
A lot of people gonna watch this video and give dude the benefit of the doubt and say, oh, he's just some random dude using the women's restroom. So why didn't he use the men's restroom? We don't hear a bunch of people outside. It doesn't seem like it's a big event going on, so we can assume that the men's restroom wasn't packed. Okay, so maybe the women's restroom was closer, or maybe the men's restroom was out of order. Okay, let's roll with that. But judging by the dad's voice, he was saying it like, yo, why you in here and not over there?
A man in the women's bathroom. That's why you gotta go in here with your kids.
Straight up.
Let me make sure nobody else ain't in here. Let me make sure.
That's still not enough to say this dude was up to no good. The giveaway is the water. 15 seconds had passed from when they opened that door to when that weirdo went to go and dry his hands. So if he was actually washing his hands, we would have heard some water. And I might be wrong, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And I can only assume that that motherfucker was posted up in there, waiting for a female to come up in there, and he got caught. So yes, fathers, if you with your daughters and your sons, always check the bathrooms. And ladies, even if you with your man or your homies or your friends, make sure they check the bathrooms for you, because that was a big-ass dude. He could have took down a grown-ass woman. When the dad is asking, do you want me to go up in there? And she's like, no, she don't know the danger she's in. That's why you can't listen to the kids. Be a fucking parent.
You feel me?
That's why you gotta go in there with your kids. Make sure no man in the damn bathroom.
Your park or your playground could be in the safest neighborhood, but that don't change the mindset of pervs and weirdos. And the last thing you want to be is another story on TikTok. Shit, man, I'd have put that motherfucker on his back.
Swear.
Got me upset, man. Y'all be safe out there.
Got me high too, man. You see, I had to sit up, man. For real, you got to protect your kids at all times. There's some creeps out here, man. I swear, it must be like, yeah, listen to the kids. Nah, I'm finna come look in here too and see what's going on. Yeah, that's messed up.
When you talk to yourself, you're talking to your higher self from a higher dimension. You're speaking to yourself in another realm. We are all supernatural, eternal beings. A lot of people are trying to fight to become eternal, but we already are eternal. We've already been here for eons and eons. There could be people that you know that look like kids that are ancient. And there also can be people that are older people that are newborn babies spiritually. Could be their first time arriving here in this energy format.
You're talking about old souls.
Old souls, right. Exactly, old souls. There could be a kid that could be ancient, could be eons old. And there could be a lady that could be 70, that could be brand new. first cycle here, first time operating in this energy, in this spiritual energy, in this dimension. You know, so it's a lot to grasp. I know I threw a lot at you at once, but it's such a huge story. I think it's really amazing. For me, it makes me feel more incredible. I feel like I'm part of something super massive and big. I don't think it makes me feel small at all. I feel like because everything is connected, that everything is me and everything is you. I'm talking to you, I'm really talking to myself. There's only one consciousness that exists.
Well, that was actually a question I wanted to ask you. Do you think that we share consciousness?
Absolutely.
Well, then, if we share consciousness, why is there good and evil?
I don't think you're ready for what I'm about to present in this video. I really don't think you're ready for what I'm about to present in this video. And it all starts in the most unlikely of places. A place they want us to think is nothing but a third world wasteland. But in reality, it's a place fit for a king. Well, maybe not a king, but definitely an angel. 200, as a matter of fact. 200 fallen angels. And while they create propaganda like Borat to keep us from knowing who actually lives here and what this place actually is, I figured it out. I figured out that the top of their pyramid just happens to have a secret meeting chamber with exactly 200 perfectly...
What's up, Jace? What you got? You can't get it? Let me help you.
Are you doing a video?
I am. You sure it's up? You got some money? Mm-hmm. Ooh, you got some money. All right, I'm gonna put it back in your pocket, okay? So you don't lose it. All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
aligned seats, 200 perfectly aligned seats that just perfectly matches the amount of fallen angels talked about in the Book of Enoch. 200 that just almost perfectly matches the amount of impact craters that, I don't know, could have been caused from heavenly bodies crashing down to Earth. Heavenly bodies whose leader just happens to also be called Lucifer, or the Light Bearer. The Light Bearer whose torch is often celebrated across all of the large cities of the world, and whose torch who is oddly placed next to a giant Easter egg. An Easter egg that might actually reveal why eggs are associated with Ishtar, because Easter was originally the celebration of Ishtar, the Assyrian and Babylonian goddess of fertility and sex. And maybe this city is also hiding the free energy that they're using, because I've seen these exact buildings associated with the old dirigibles that used to charge from them. But we haven't even talked about the most interesting thing that I found in this city called Astana, which just happens to be an anagram for the word Satan. And it's just down the road from this pyramid. Or should I say, right down the river from this pyramid. And I'm gonna take this time and say, all of this is pure speculation. Obviously, there could be other stories here, but too many of them line up to me. Way too many of them. Especially when you see what I found here. And it's what I started this video with. You look at this, and you tell me that doesn't look like some sort of portal. A portal that they might just be using to try to summon some real evil to this place we live. Or maybe even just a prop to propagate their fake summoning of the return of Jesus as a hologram. All I know is there's one thing I definitely know in all of this, is that this movie was created with intention to tell a vision of what this place actually is. Because I would put my money on it that 99% of you have never heard of the city in Kazakhstan called Astana. But you guys know I'm just kidding about all this. I don't really think 200 fallen angels are the actual controllers of this place we live. That's just silly. And I definitely don't think they build an egg in a light-bearing torch to worship anybody. Totally not. You guys know I just love to entertain you and create these fairy tales and stories of evil versus good that they don't really exist. I don't really believe in Satan and Lucifer and all the fallen angels.
Yo, I'm about to have to go to whatever that city was called.
Boy, these animal DLCs is getting out of hand. I gotta tell you.
What is that?
I'm not even exaggerating when I say I have never laid eyes on this creature in my entire life. And I've been around for a little minute. This is called a Binturong. A Binturong. This is also known as the bear cat. It's native to Southeast Asia, that checks out why I haven't seen one. But it's like, I've never seen a picture. I've never seen it in a movie or film or documentary. I've never heard anybody talk about it. I don't know what it takes to become this unpopular of an animal species where you can live 30 plus years and never even hear a whisper. It's a bear cat and I've never heard of it. It looks cool. It has cool qualities. Apparently it produces like glands that make it smell like buttered popcorn.
What?
What hungry scientist discovered that? Because it definitely don't look like it looked like it smelled like a Subway. And I don't mean the sandwich. I mean a New York vermin infested Subway. That's what it looks like it smells like. Apparently it smells like buttered popcorn, which is a great smell. I'm not a fan of buttered popcorn. I think it's one of those foods that the smell is better than the taste. But that is a very strange odor to be coming off of this thing. And I'm just confused. I'm confused why I've never heard of this. And it's called a Binturong. So at this point in life, I feel like I've been too wrong that I need to get it right. That was so stupid. That was so stupid.
You ain't lying. That was stupid.
Here's a little fun fact about me. I love me a chatty Cathy. Chatty Cathy is a phrase used to describe someone who...
Hold on. Oh, man. He said, I've been too wrong. Oh, gosh.
Here's a little fun fact about me. I love me a chatty Cathy. Chatty Cathy is a phrase used to describe someone who talks a lot. And what I love about a chatty Cathy is that they usually have a lot of information, a lot of details about juicy gossip. Enter Chatty McCarthy.
I'll give you the truth why I'm not speaker. It's because one person, a member of Congress, wanted me to stop an ethics complaint because he slept with a 17-year-old. An ethics complaint that started before I ever became speaker, and that's illegal, and I'm not going to get in the middle. Did he do it or not? I don't know, but ethics is looking at it. There's other people in jail because of it, and he wanted me to influence it.
My, Kevin, who could it be? Let me use my amazing detective skills. I mean, on one hand, you can be describing literally anyone in the Republican Party. But you did say there was one person who led the charge to get rid of you as House Speaker. Now I'm going to show you a photo, Kevin, and you don't have to answer. Just blink twice. Could it be Matt Gaetz? Oh, sorry. Maybe a mugshot isn't like the best picture to use to identify somebody. Hold on. Kevin, is it this guy? What? No, you don't recognize him? He looks familiar, but the teeth are different? Hold on, I got you. There we go. How's that? Was it him? Was it this guy? Matt Gaetz, who probably used campaign finances for his face transplant? Yes? Yay! Now, Kevin, you must be speaking to Republicans when you say this because you're telling people like me things we already know. Let's see how Matt Gaetz responds. It's so pathetic. He shows a picture of McCarthy with a Ukrainian flag as a pocket square and writes, "No wonder he quit Congress. He cares more about Ukraine than America." but leave it up to social media users to add context, giving the full story behind why Matt Gaetz probably posted this picture. Maddie, if someone calls you out for being a predator and your only response is to say they support Ukraine, it's not looking good for you, buddy. No wonder you left being a lawyer to pursue politics because your rebuttals suck. That's your defense. I know I trafficked an underage girl, but don't look at me. Look over there. He supports Ukraine. You loser. It's giving desperate. And this isn't even your first act of desperation. You want to avoid accountability so much that you defended George Santos. Okay? That's pretty desperate. Keep that juicy information coming, Chatty McCarthy. I love to see it. Anyways, bye.
Shout out to those chatty Cathys.
There's something strange in the water right now outside of South Africa. People are saying that this surfaced and it came from the direction of Antarctica, and now it is larger than the size of Texas. Why isn't everyone talking about this? Take a look at this. So this is the size of this thing. Nobody knows what it is. It's an anomaly, can't be explained, and there's a projection that shows it moving over the last few days. It popped up, it disappeared, and then it reappeared, and now it's right off of the Africa, and it's larger than the state of Texas, to put this in perspective for you. Some people are saying that it's many different things, but this is so strange. So they were using an Earth satellite map, and they measured the size of this anomaly and said the area in the ocean, it's more than 2,000 miles long and 1,510 miles wide. This is insane. What is that in the ocean? And it's also traveling toward America. So over the next few days, it's going to gradually go and grow in size. So what is this? Someone said, who released the Kraken? But seriously, what is going on? This happened right after the eclipse. And what is in the water? Can someone please explain? Comment below.
I don't know, but it got really, really cold here after the eclipse. And, you know, we had like these winds out of nowhere. And the wind was what was cold. And it was crazy. Maybe it has something to do with that. I'm not sure. What the heck is that?
Gotcha, bitch!
Oh, girl, you gotta be fucking lying.
Gotcha, bitch!
Nobody. Trust nobody. And, you know what I mean? Straight up. My closest friends did me in. Bro, I'm really about to get.
Tupac played about these two different actors seen in these photos with different noses. I'm not out to hurt anyone's feelings. May the truth set you free.
Boy, ain't no fucking way. Boy.
What he just said. Wow.
I remember in 1978, I was cleaned out. I was a Percodan addict, and I was in very big trouble for a number of years. Could you see it in my eyes? I was taking 13 Percodan a day. I mean, I'm talking about heavy-duty, world-class addict. That came from prescription drugs because I had injured my spine, a pain that I live with every day of my life. Still live with it. And looked at 77. Holy Christ. I didn't even remember doing that telethon. I didn't remember. There's a period between 73 and 77 that's black. I don't remember making the 4 films that I made, the 5 telethons. I don't remember the 12 weeks that I appeared at the Sahara Hotel in Las Vegas. I don't remember the Royal Command performance for Her Majesty and the family. I don't remember my opening or the 15 concerts in France. I remember nothing. from 73 to 77. So I like to look at those years and see what that man was. How did he get on that stage? But by God, he performed. He did it. When you're performing since you're 5 years old, which is now 58 years for me, you have a know-it-all and a tremendous ability to rise above stuff, which is what I was doing in that period. That's the best editorial I can give you.
Yeah, man, them addictions is crazy. Drugs mess with your brain. You kind of got to get off that stuff, man. But yeah, that's crazy. He said he had like 4 or 5 years where he just don't remember nothing. Couldn't even imagine. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.